Welcome back to you for another yummy update, my friends. I had to reinstall my microphone driver from before, so in juicy news, I have some very funny muffled stuff. I love hearing muffled stuff because it makes it sound like you're going actually more static than you really are. I just checked all the crypto fundamentals. Time to go all in on shorts. Short fiat by longing crypto. So what we're waiting for, friends, is this conclusion of this quantitative tightening. I guess for the cycle to repeat, it's been a very, very, very long play so far. By comparison, in 2020, we had the zombie virus, but actually before the zombie virus, they were already cutting rates. They'd already slowed it down in 2019. So that's why as the zombie virus came, it just accelerated it. But they were already in that period of slowing it down. Now, they are in a period of slowing it down right now. I'll play some PUBG music for them. They are in the period of slowing it down, but it's just been painfully slow. Why? It is what it is. Maybe Jay Powell, the US Fed, it is confirmed they don't like Donald Trump. They just don't like him. But it's just weird, man. Like, you're on the same team. We know we're kind of on the same team anyway. You're all insiders. You know, so that might be it. But we don't know how he's going to play. Are they tightening slowly and then they're going to cut fast later on? You don't know. Or they're tightening slow because it's going to be a bit of a slow move. I guess we'll see how that plays out, right? I want to show you this as well. So, friends, when I say I'll give you yummy updates, okay, I'm telling you they are the yummiest of updates. Check this out. Ethereum has less inflation than Bitcoin. Do you know that? Now, you wouldn't believe it because, you know, you're just seeing that Ethereum, they're drinking a lot of soy. There's a lot of soy items, soy latte drinking out here. But yes, Ethereum does have less inflation than Bitcoin. But the inflation, the rate doesn't really solve everything. Okay, just the supply. It all depends on the demand. So Bitcoin obviously does have a lot more demand because of the leverage, because of just a lot of normies coming in. That's the first thing they know. But now the bet is that you're taking, I guess if you're long altcoins, is that it's not going to last forever. People in Bitcoin, I think it will last forever. But it's kind of funny, man. I've watched some people. We'll speak more about it, man. The amount of innocent, naive people, they have no idea Bitcoin had 2 inflation bugs. And, man, it's just like, people, I've seen them on streams, they come out, men, women, they're like, what are you, no, Bitcoin's perfect. Bitcoin's this dude, it had 2 inflation bugs. What are you talking about? And then when they hear about it, they're so dumbfounded, like, oh, that never happened. That never happened. Yes, it did, bro. Why is that so hard to believe? I know why. Because in their mind, they think it's like this perfect immaculate conception. So it's like, oh, price to earnings and all these other ways of valuing stuff, they don't apply on this thing, this magical thing. Okay, man, look, you are free to have that opinion. I'm just going to warn you right now. Not if, but when this Bitcoin dominance goes down, okay, when it goes down, you're going to be crying, all right? You will be crying. All of them. And they trust me, friends, they're just strong now because like this final Bitcoin rush, this is, I'm telling you, man, the unwind of this move is going to be brutal. This is like the first thing to go for. This one's going to go the first one. And they're like, all these people who bought here, they're going to be the ones selling here on this first wave. Okay. And I'm removing all biasness. I'm just looking at it from the lens of literally every single chart I've ever seen in my life, trading markets, where they just make these higher lows forever and they just don't come down. That first moment when they come down, oh my gosh, watch out. Going on in PulseChain land as well, there's been this interesting development, friends. So, you know, all Herman, right? Herman from the pDAI community. Herman, the story was, okay, Herman bought pDAI, but he bought like 1 billion of it. Okay, he bought 1 billion pDAI at the start. Okay, he bought 1 billion pDAI. Now this isn't a full chart. Now I have to use this because my deck screen is actually bugging out. But yes, Herman, friends, bought pDAI early, and he bought a lot. He bought 1 billion with a B, and every time pDAI went up, he would sell it. Okay, he would sell it. And he became like, Herman became, I don't know what, like pDAI community, they consider him like, oh no, Herman's dumping. I think he used to have 1 billion, friends. Now he's down to like less than 100 million. Okay, so he might even have all of it gone. So, but here's some strange thing about Herman. So there's this conspiracy coming out that it might be Richard Hart. Herman is not a common name. Donating to Sens is not a common occurrence. So Herman donated 300 million pDAI to Sens, S-E-N-S, Sens Foundation, which is what everybody raised for charity, longevity research, Richard Hart's favorite donation, right? You're telling me someone with a rare name made a rare donation and happened to live in the same city where Richard Hart was born and Richard worked for Sens? Probably nothing. Very interesting. So, look, the strange part is Herman has made, like, Herman is the founder of the Leonidas, like, the Skits ecosystem. It's Schizo. It's literally just these labyrinth of like just random coins, Leonidas and stuff like that. So the community's there. I wonder if it's him. That it's strange. It is strange, friends, because look, we got to think about why would Richard, if he was Richard, I don't know if it is, friends. I'm just saying, like, why would somebody do it like that? I don't know. I've got one theory though. He made a bonding ecosystem. Maybe he saw what Maria was doing, and so he decided to test stuff himself. He's like, oh, let's just make these random coins and just throw some money in it and just see what happens, like these little logos and symbols and things out here, and just bond things and trade different tax rates and just see what happens. I don't know. It is interesting though, just to think about that. But yeah, do people know who he is? It's just funny. It's funny. By the way, Francis, Mr. pDAI Newsroom as well. I'll give you a follow, sir, actually. Something really interesting about the name Herman. I did not know this from the start. So obviously Ricky. Okay, Ricky's surname is Schuler. And Herman Schuler? What the hell? That's wild, man. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My gosh, man, that's wild. So let me know what you think, man. I had no idea. It's kind of funny, friends, the Leo dev. So it's kind of funny. So pDAI, EX Jupiter. Reminder, Leo dev Herman has 555 million pDAI. I think this was a long time ago when he did that though. He used to have 1 billion. He accumulated 1 billion. Man, so oh man, that's just that'll be wild. Oh man, what a twist and turn that would be, man. Can you imagine? Oh man, because it's a schizo ecosystem. That's why I'm like, man, this makes no sense. It's just, oh man, just the twists and turns of this community, man. This is just wild. Now, what do we do in these times of despair? We believe in something. Highest value content in crypto, fans, 4,900 videos and counting. Waiting for more monthly candles, aren't we, to form? That's it. Not daily, not these 2 weeks, not even weekly. Weekly's okay, but you know what I mean? Like, just thinking about it month to month. Okay, eventually it'll all come. Eventually. And remember, in a world where pretty much no one makes any proper revenue in crypto, and see, the thing, friends, there are protocols, they do make revenue, proper revenue, but they're not valued they're not valued like a normal traditional company. Just if you check out how much the multiples on the earnings and revenues, like Ethereum, these things are valued at like 350 PE. You know what I mean? Like, which means 350 years to make back your money. So a better framework to think of these is the memes, cults, religions archetype. Imagine fading the strongest cult in crypto. Hex is the cult, PulseChain is the religion. Remember, PulseChain, all-encompassing solution. Okay, you're building out a city. That's what's there. Memes, cults, religion. Start off as a meme, grow into a cult. Maybe you might be a cult of a cult, which is like pDAI, and then you grow into religion. You have answers for everything. That's why, like, even in Bitcoin, friends, they're a religion. Bitcoin is a religion. With Bitcoin, you have Michael Saylor telling everyone to take their real world assets and dump the profits into Bitcoin. You know, we have a solution for you. Do you get it? An all-encompassing solution. That's why the more general you can make it, the more, I guess, US Constitution-like, which is what PulseChain does, which is from Richard Hart's marketing. It's very, very, very important you run with that. Because, fans, when you have the US Constitution, you have freedom of movement, freedom of speech, privacy, and all these other things, you can give something people to believe in, and it's easy for them to regurgitate these words. Think about how simple that is, like just freedom of movement, free speech, like 2 or 3 words. That's it. See how easy it is? Just rolls off the tongue. It's easy for onboarding and adoption. It literally does keep people in the game. Okay. Look at all these. They're not just anonymous people as well. Look at all these faces. All these faces, friends. These are real people. Real. It's not just some make-believe anonymous dude who's making his 17th meme coin to go rug everybody on Solana, right? And there's always a lot of talk, friends. Let's play some angel music for these people who think narratives are everything. Narratives are not everything, friends. If you believe into a narrative, if you want to believe, you're playing the game wrong already. But 99% of people do this wrong. That's okay. All right. It's literally not even kind of like, I'm going to tell you, okay, this is a soccer ball. It's on the field. Imagine you're playing against somebody on the other team where every single player who got the ball between their legs thinks they have to score. Imagine you're playing against a noob like that. You'd be like, game, set, match. It's easy. Game over. Like every single person's playing for themselves. Right? Even the defender thinks he has to score when you get the ball. There's no concept of like passing or putting a through ball or baiting. You see? Imagine, see how like low level pleb it is? That's children. Right? You didn't even, people, but bad children that never been coached before. They think every single kid who gets the ball has to score. Even the goalie on the other team, he just dribbles to try to score. Okay? When people come into markets and they like, oh, I want to believe the narrative. What about the narrative? Do you believe the narrative? When they start using this word, the N-word, narrative, that's the real N-word you should be worried about. When they start using that, noobs. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah. And it's not my place to tell them they're wrong. I don't give a shit. I'd rather them sink. Okay? I'd rather them sink and drown. I don't really care. Okay? You can't help people who want to sip on soy lattes all day. Okay? Have a proper latte. Why it's got to be a soy latte? Truth. Bullish narratives only appear after a green monthly candle. So narratives don't tell you anything. They just describe to you the price action right now. You don't need someone to describe to you the price action right now. Go look at the chart. You ever heard that saying? Show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. Bearish narratives appear only after a red monthly candle. So green monthly candles, the narrative is good. Oh, it's good. It's great. We're optimistic about the future. Candles are red. Red monthly candles. I'm bearish about the future. I'm pessimistic. Nothing's going to work. It's an abandonment. It's a rug. It's never going to go anywhere. Okay? Too much gravity on our neck. The only way to make it is to keep holding and believing that things will get better. That's it. It's buying low, selling high, by the way. You see? I love this chart. Someone made a joke chart here. Art of the deal. Panicans were wrong. Art of the deal. Panicans were wrong. Art of the deal. Panicans were wrong. Art of the deal. This is funny. This is like Wojak out here. Every time it goes down, art of the deal. Every time it's up, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Art of the deal. So it's kind of funny. It's funny. The people who make these memes in the first place totally missing the point. So focused on the short term. It's amazing, isn't it, friends? People will literally do and say everything but get long and be optimistic for the future. They'll do everything, man. They'll write essays. They'll say it's over. They'll blame it on the orange man. It's all Fugazi, dude. All of it's Fugazi. Remember, I told you, man. Friends, a few months ago, we were Russia-Ukraine experts. Before that, Israel-Palestine. Yeah, before that, macro inflation experts. You just notice you're a freaking expert in something new every two months. What are you an expert now in? China, trade exports, Vietnam, the exports. It's going to be a new thing you're going to be an expert in 2 months. We're all brainwashed by that TV. That's why I don't watch that junk. There's nothing on there. There's literally nothing on there. Just subscribing to you what's going on like right now. It doesn't tell you anything about the future though. What tells you something about the future? Well, nothing really. You have to take a bet. What tells you about the future? Well, you maybe deduce people. You're like, oh, this person's always wrong. They always say it's game over. You have to take a bet. And the more time you wait, the harder it gets, right? Because you're paying higher and higher prices over time. But you already know that, right? That's why you and I are enjoying lollipops. Where to from here, friends? Hopefully Bitcoin finishes April, and then we get to this month of Marwai. We need that green month. I guess the next target's 130,000 American dollars. That seems to be the next logical target from the Fibonacci's.
And by the way, Fibs don't have to even get there, right? So this is the next. This is a log of it, by the way. The linear is like 130k. So when we get there, I guess we'll see, right? How many green monthly candles have we done in altcoins? Like, subscribe, bet about it, and all. Catch you in the next one.